out there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the win.
Set and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Devils and the Chargers. And with that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition of the Fall 25 Battle Court season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you the debut matches for the Chargers and the Devils. How you doing tonight, Stu?
Great, Andrew. Thundering outside, but also thundering inside here with this first practice.
Yeah, could be an electric day in the Fronton. I see where you're going with that. We got Benetrix and Rock against Jedin and Arta to get us started here in this 5th Division doubles match. New look Devils team this year, acquiring 2 new players to the league in the draft. They picked up Echeberry in the 3rd Division and Benetrix in the 4th Division. 2 young French front court players. You'll be seeing them both tonight. And for the Chargers, bringing back mostly the same team from last year. They added Bradley in Division 5, replacing Gallo, and Jedin in Division 6, replacing El Barbo. Again, started here in 5th Division doubles. Benetrix making his debut with Rock against Jedin and Arta. Devils will have the serve to begin all matches tonight.
We're ready to begin our first match of the game day. It's Benetrix and Rock going up against Jedin and Arta. Jedin just missing the chin strap. He ran and got it. He's now ready to, well, he'll be ready to receive in just a moment. We'll begin.
Similar makeup to the 5th Division team for the Chargers last year. It was Arta and El Barba. They swapped front and back quarters there. Couldn't really figure it out, but now they got Arta full-time in the backcourt. They added Jedin, who was a really solid player for the Fireballs last year. But it's a tough matchup against Benetrix. There's a serve.
Benetrix from the 9 line. Backhand, wall to wall, and out to the rebote. Rebote forehand by Jedin. Rock is there. Backhand by Rock. Catch down low by Arta. Low hard backhand by Benetrix is tipped in the backcourt. First point of the game day goes to the Devils. Benetrix and Rock. Benetrix serves.
A good smart throw early on there, right at Arta's feet.
Absolutely. For those of you new to Battle Court, first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Here's the backhand by Arta to the inside. Rebote. High to the outside. Arta down low makes the catch. Backhand by Benetrix. Wall to wall from the left side again. Rebote coming out. Costalo. Scoop is missed. Rebote not there. 2 points for the Devils. Benetrix and Rock. Benetrix serves.
Yeah, and think back to the draft this year, too. There was an opportunity for the Chargers to actually pick up Benetrix. They decided to go with the known commodity in Arta, who was a backcourt player, which fit their roster. But Benetrix has a lot of potential, and as a 4th division player, he's going to be tough.
Benetrix back at the 9 line. Low, hard backhand caught by Jedden. Benetrix again. Rock from the forehand, straight back. Arta looks for the rebote. Powerful forehand to the corner, out to the rebote at the sidewall. Jedden makes a fine save. Beautiful pickup by Rock. Another fine catch by Rock. Backhand from the 11 line to the outside. Arta's there. That ball goes off the frame of Benetrix's cesta. That's a point for Jedden and Arta. Jedden serves. Might have been thinking about the throw before making the catch. We've seen him, I mean, obviously, it's within his capability to make the catch. He was in position, seemed to be in position to do so.
Yeah, had it lined up on the left side, just a tip ball, but a really good start for him so far. And you're probably not going to see all too many shots as Benetrix is getting comfortable with the court, the sidewall, the ball, everything new here for him.
Here's the backhand by Arta to the inside. Low, hard backhand caught by Arta. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Jedden. That's beautifully thrown. Rebote saved by Benetrix. Arta picks it up. Here's the catch by Rock. Rock to the inside. Arta's there. Rebote high and inside. Arta well placed to make the catch. Forehand Rebote to the inside. Caught by Arta. Benetrix gets to the sidewall, makes the play at the 9 line. Arta now from the 11. Hard to the inside. Benetrix is there, winding up. To the outside he goes. Jedden, that's a bobble. 3 points for Benetrix and Rock of the Devils.
Yeah, Benetrix finally mixing it up here, going straight to the outside. You see Jedden just got a little crossed up here. Is it going to be left? Yep, then didn't run around it enough, and that ball clearly coming out of the basket.
Arta on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand outside. Placement. Jedden gets there. Juggling on the catch of Jedden on the forehand. 4 points for Benetrix and Rock. Benetrix serves.
And I actually thought I maybe heard both whistles there, so both judges were on it. Let's see here in the replay. Outside placement attempt. Oh yeah, that ball was close to the hand for a while there. Yeah.
Jedden taking issue with that, which is right to do, but here's the backhand by Benetrix. Rebote coming out. Beautiful forehand Rebote. What a catch by Rock. Arta deep in the backcourt. Backhand. Arta from the 11 line. Jed midcourt, fine catch from the forehand. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That's a second point for Jedden and Arta of the Chargers. Jedden has the serve. The chain is a new addition for Jedden, isn't it? It's not on camera right now. There's Rock, but
visible. If it's visible, I think it's new. I don't recall.
It's very visible. It's pretty big.
I thought you were talking about Rock. I said, that doesn't seem like his style to be rocking a chain like that. But,
chain, no.
But catching so far for Rock here in the backcourt, I mean, pretty solid. I mean,
absolutely.
Again, just got to allow Benetrix to do his thing up there in the front. He's pulled a few off the wall. Can't ask for much more. Oh, that one.
That
dropped.
low serve will score. 3 points for Jedin and Arta. Jedin has the serve.
Yeah, that one was flirting with the underserve line. Rock was a little late to react because he thought it might have been under, but you gotta listen for the whistle, not your own eyes.
Rock on the forehand. Arta's there. Backhand by Benetrix, caught by Arta. Arta backhand 2-all. Lands out of play. That's 5 points and a possible set point for Benetrix and Rock of the Devils.
And Benetrix, deep breath as he saw that one sail just past the boundary line. I mean, they're dead to rights here on this backhand 2-all. Just a matter of if it's in, and it's a little bit wide.
Fault, underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the forehand 7 line.
Again, at the very least, though, Benetrix is going to be thinking about that the rest of the match now because Arta's been known to snap a couple of backhand 2-alls.
Here's the backhand by Arta. Benetrix back to the 10 line. Powerful backhand, caught by Arta. Backhand 2-all into the pad, and the pad is bad. Point and set to Benetrix and Rock. 2 minutes go up on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. My, oh my. So a good debut by any standard for Benetrix. Arta and Jedin catching well. No question about it. And Rock, catching better than I recall.
No, it was a good start for him. I mean, Brock, it got towards the end of the draft. There was some question as to where he would fall, considering that the Devils froze Kubala in Division 5, and Kubala is a star in the backcourt and provides a lot of value there. They didn't know it wasn't really a sure thing that Rock was going to be the selection. Not sure that Rock was going to make it onto a Battle Core team this year, but they picked him, and so far so good. This is going to be a strong pairing with Benetrix in this 5th division, and then with Kubala in Division 6, given their skill level against these other teams. I mean, they can certainly run the table or at least be one of the top teams in the division.
You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing our first of 6 scheduled matches on the game day between the Devils and the Chargers. Here are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. See, Nicholas is team captain, isn't he? Or is it Benny? I don't have those notes in front of me.
I think it was Benny, right?
Benny's the team captain. It's all right. One of them.
Well, Benny was the captain for the Chargers a while back, so yeah, fun matchup there, playing against his old team, where they won a championship. But Benny's going to be a key for this team, too. I mean, in Division 2, he's playing with Echeverry and Benetrix and a couple of those teams, and if Benny can step up and take that next step as a backcourter, Devils can go all the way.
Here we see Rock in the foreground, getting tied into his basket, stepping out on the court for the second set. We're ready to begin our second set. Jedin will have the serve for the Chargers. Excellent serve by Jedin will score. Jedin Arta on the board first. Cortada serve. So Cortada serve, basically a sidearm serve. Comes into the box low and hard, so the front quarter can't get to it. Crosses the wall, so the back quarter can't get to it. Rock moves to the outside. That's a fine catch. Light touch. What a catch by Arta. Robote forehand, back to the inside. Arta makes the catch. Benetrix out of the way. Low and hard to the inside, scores. 2 points for Jedin and Arta up. Chargers. Jedin serves.
Well, that's just a perfect throw there by Arta. Cleared some space. They had Rock all alone back there in the corner. You give him that low runner, he either has to step up, play the rebote, or make a tough scoop. Neither there. 2-0.
Good catch by Rock. He plays it low. Arta picks it up. Rock again, this time from the 11 line. Jedin midcourt. Rebote to the outside, and it will score. It's a point for Benetrix and Rock of the Devils. Benetrix has the serve. A little miscommunication there between the front quarter and back quarter. You see Benetrix winding up. He's been going inside with these rebotes. This one, not outside placement, but to the outside split placement. Jedin I believe, yeah, it's pretty obvious he thought Arta was going to the outside. There's a backhand by Arta. Benetrix attacks from the forehand, low and hard, and scoring. We're tied up at 2-2. Benetrix serves. That almost hit Rock, didn't it?
Powerful right side. Oh, I think it did hit Rock after it was tipped by Arta. Again, Benetrix, the scouting report will tell you, probably more of a right-sided player compared to some others out there on the roster.
Good power on the right side.
But again, he's shown you that left side rebote. He's mixed it up a couple times to the outside. Again, keep pressuring Jed and move Arta around. Best way to win this set in the match.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line.
A consistent formula for a good team to lose a match is by rallying and engaging in these long rallies. If you have the advantage, like the Devils do in the front, you got to use it and throw some shots.
Big backhand by Arta goes wall to wall. Rebote forehand to the inside. Arta, beautiful scoop. Rock, fine catch. Backhand from the 12. It passes. Arta goes down. Ball is still in play. 2-all opening up and scoring. 3 points for Benetrix and Rock. Benetrix serves.
2-all there. First time we've seen the Costado 2-all for Benetrix. Shoots it deep, too. I mean, that's a 9 line, but you like to see that. I mean, even if Jed makes that catch, just going to kill it, what, less than 50% of the time there from the outside, so go for it. Good shot.
Here's the backhand by Arta. Rebote left side. Jedden with a tip ball in the front court. That's 4 points for Benetrix and Rock of the Devils. Benetrix has the serve.
And after you get beat on a 2-all, sometimes a player wants to make a play and get back into the match, and you can kind of make up for that mistake. But again, you go for one right there in the front court, coming up on you quick, and a tip ball. Next thing you know, it's a 2-point deficit.
Arta, powerful backhand. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 3 points for Jedden and Arta of the Chargers. Jedden serves. I think it's safe to say it's raining outside.
I thought someone was taking a shower back there.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. We're not talking about the thunder. I mean, when you can hear the rain hitting the building, it's raining
Different
hard.
level. Oh, yeah.
Benetrix going for the serve, has a drop ball. 4-4 is the score. Jedden has the serve.
I mean, good opportunity. It kicks off the sidewall, comes right to Benetrix Costado. But again, sometimes the players begin their windup before they make the catch.
Benetrix picks this serve. There's a powerful backhand. Rebote comes to the sidewall. Jedden goes to the floor to make the save. Interference ruled. The point will be replayed.
Yeah, so here's the thing they're going for. Yeah. Look.
I mean,
Again, Jedden did get in the way. I guess the question is, the second part of that is, did he stop? He stopped eventually. That's a close one.
There's a backhand. Arts is there. Rebote. Jedden on the catch. Backhand to the inside. Arta, beautiful catch at the 12 line. Rebote. Jedden's got it. Lines up. Splitter will score. 5 points for Jedden and Arta. Possible set point.
Typically in these lower ranked doubles matches, the stronger of the two players will go for a majority of the balls. This is just going to come with timeout on the court together.
Split
Benetrix
placement
is
scores
looking
a lot,
back to Rock, but Rock is expecting it.
We saw it earlier with Jedden and Arta.
Again, Rock has been used to that style of play, playing in the backcourt in these low-level matches. See what they can do here.
Rock on the catch, hard over the top. Arta's there. Backhand by Benetrix. Caught by Arta at the 13 line. Benetrix from midcourt. Costado is tipped. 5-5, so it is possible set point for Jedden and Arta of the Chargers. possible match point for Devils. Benetrix and Rock.
I'm going to tell you, I think if Benetrix goes for a split placement here, I think the match is over. He's established the inside, he's established the net. The only thing we haven't seen is the splitter.
Beautiful catch by Arta. Rock from the forehand. Floater. Robote save. Benetrix attacks, has it on the forehand. Outside placement will score for the win. Point set and a match and a straight set victory for Benetrix and Rock of the Devils.
Well, there it is, 2 points in a row, and the Devils come back in the second set. They take the first match of the day, 6-3, 6-5. Benetrix winning his debut match here in Battle Court.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Let's take a look at replays of the final sequence here, Stu. Look at Benetrix, switches to the right side, he makes the catch in the air, and then he goes for the outside placement, and this one splits him up. To the right of Arta, to the left of Jedden on a line, and it scores for the win. We're gonna hear from our winning team. That's Benetrix and Rock. There they are. Congratulations, Benetrix. First appearance here in Battle Court, your first win. Rock, was there anything that you told him before the match in his first experience out there in Battle Court to settle him down, anything?
The only thing, after seeing him in World Super Court, I just said, hey, you do yourself, and I'll try to do my best to play like LeBois in a way, just to stay out of your way and just allow you to play to the best of his ability on our court.
Yeah, and Benetrix, how did you feel out there for the first time in Battle Court alongside Rock?
Oh, you know, at the first set, I think we playing great. We're playing like very good team. Like it was good, and you know, at the end, you know, maybe some trouble, but we won the set and won the game, and that's the most important.
Awesome, guys. Well, great start for you, and good luck the rest of the game day today. Thank you.
Go Devils. Happy birthday, Dad.
Let's go.
Coming up next, the debut. The other new player for the Devils, that is Etcheberry here in Division 3, taking on Ubia. Last season, Ubia 1-4 record in Division 3 singles. Worst record in the group. Etcheberry, though, a lot of hype. He's got a lot of shots here. We'll see what he can do in his debut out here. There's the serve. We begin. With a backhand into the corner by Ubia. Etcheberry looking for the rebote. Lays it up high off the front wall. It's got a big bounce. Ubia attacks. He's at the 6. Shoots it outside, and that will score. Ubia on the board first here in our second match.
So Ubia with an outside placement for the forehand. Very well done. Again, this is the first time we've seen Etcheberry. Here we are on the replay. Ubia to the outside.
Here's Etcheberry from the left side, backhand. Into the corner, Robote, saved by Ubia. Right up the middle, tough scoop, backing up. Etcheberry can't make the catch. That's 2 points for Ubia.
Should point out, of course, that Ubia coming off the World Super Court victory with his partner Zulaika, who we'll be seeing a little bit later today. Top doubles team, I should say doubles altogether, right? I shouldn't just like let the S hang out there. Top doubles team in the world today.
Etcheberry from deep in the backcourt. Backhand to the inside, comes in low, cut off by Ubia. He sends this one deep into the corner. Etcheberry hooked the rebote. It's in the pad. The pad is bad. 3 in a row for Ubia.
Again, this is the first time that we've seen Etcheberry out here. Not on the court. He played World Super Court 2024. Got shortchanged because of flights. Only had 1 day of practice before that. He's had about 4 days of practice here so far for 2025. And as we know, it's just a question of you really got to get used to the court.
Fault under serve. First fault, second serve coming up. Ooh, that is another underserve. That is a double fault. That's going to get Etcheberry his first point of this match.
It's not to be critical, but in singles, very seldom any way to justify double underserving, period. Because if nothing else,
double
I
underserve,
exactly.
yeah,
I can understand you trying to put your opponent in the corner with a hard serve and you overserve, but not an underserve.
Ubia handles this one. Powerful backhand from the 11. Etcheberry, a little deep there, trying to play that rebote. Missed it. 4 points for Ubia.
That ball dies coming off the back wall. Etcheberry, we've seen this a couple times with some of the new guys. They go to the floor lined up and it drops behind. It's a question of court familiarity.
You could tell a couple of these rebotes, he's positioned about the 9 line as it's hitting the back wall, and most players with some experience, I mean, he'll learn, get a little closer to the back wall. Strong backhand, gonna drop right in the corner. Ubia overran it, now comes back, digs it out. Etcheberry from the costado. Inside placement, scoop missed. That's 2 points, Etcheberry serves.
No question, there's a few, I don't know, for some players it's a few minutes, for some players it's a few days, for other players it can be weeks or months of shaking off the nerves and getting used to the court. See how long it takes Etcheberry to make that adjustment. It's the great X factor with new players here at Battle Court.
Rebote coming out, Etcheberry goes to the floor, he makes the save, Ubia steps back. Now he's got the forehand, opens for the carom. It's in, but Etcheberry stops it, sends it inside, crossing the wall, and Ubia's there to pick it up. Tough scoop. Etcheberry missed it. 5 points. Possible set point for Ubia.
Ubia's played beautifully, just as he did this past weekend. Frustrating for Etcheberry. He got up and he got into position and then just stiffened up before he made the catch. Getting into position on this court with this ball is half of the battle. Possible set point here for Ubia.
That's an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up. Etcheberry, big backhand there to open things up. Hits high off the back wall. Will be out there for the rebote. And that one's in the overhead screen.
We're rather fortunate there is an overhead screen because that ball was headed, what direction is that? That's west, right? Yeah, that ball was headed for rush hour traffic in Miami.
That is west.
If we didn't have a screen. He threw that hard and high.
You got a compass or something? How do you? We got no windows in this building. You're telling me this is west.
It's all
smart guy still.
Thanks. Oh, yeah, my directionality is pretty good inside of a dark box.
Here's Ubia on the inside with the catch. Backhand, sent deep. Forehand rebote pushed up the middle. Ubia winds it up. Sends it inside, crosses the wall. Etcheberry running with it, and he digs it out. That's in play, and it does score. You were right, Stu. 4 points now. Etcheberry still hanging around.
Talk about hanging in there. I mean, Etcheberry hung in there on the rebote. I mean, Ubia really gets a hard throw here. It passes Etcheberry. He hasn't had much luck with these rebotes. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Look at that. Perfectly lined up. Situational awareness to keep it above the pad and get it up to the glass. Well done. Still possible set point here for Ubia. Yeah, you never know when you're going to be like shut in a box, so you got to know what direction you're facing. I just made that up. I have no idea.
Backhand right in that corner. Oh, it's dying. Dug out by Etcheberry. Ubia on the move, gets there at the 7 line, sends it low and hard to the inside. Scooped by Etcheberry. This one passes. Now Ubia looking for the rebote. Drops it at his feet. Scooped up Costado, oh, kind of a splitter. Ubia's got it from the outside, comes over the top. On the wall,
Tipped.
that one missed. Point and set. Ubia wins it 6-4, 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set 2.
It's not a bad first showing there for Etcheberry. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage.
You could tell, I mean, even throughout that set, Etcheberry got more and more comfortable with
Absolutely.
each point played, starting to figure out the rebotes. And he got pretty close there late. I mean, 5-4, and then Ubia throws that outside placement. That was earlier in the set. Well done. Then Ubia here. Etcheberry digs that one out. Right
This
on
was the
floor.
one was just above the pad? Yes.
And again, Ubia just watching it for like a half a second there, but that's the difference.
Most
you know?
people in the building thought it was going to hit the pad, but not that one.
Forehand here over the top, crossing the wall. You see just off the frame. 6-4, Ubia takes the opening set, and nobody playing with more confidence than Ubia. I mean, Zulaika, you see him up there right now in the gray sweatshirt there. That was his partner in the World Supercourt. And even Zulaika said, I think this is the best Ubia's ever caught.
No question about it.
I mean,
For
he
World
was just on
Supercourt,
in
no
World-
question about it.
Ubia was just on another level, particularly with that left side. And with Ubia's power,
Yeah.
if he can consistently catch the ball, I mean, it's not a guy that anybody wants to face out there.
You can't just throw it hard and blind,
Right.
but you can throw it hard with accuracy and really, really screw people up as far as making catches. So about 15 seconds to go, actually 10 seconds to go before we begin our second set.
Well, players making their way out there. Saw Nicholas there for a moment talking with Etcheberry. Just through some strategy there to begin set 2. Etcheberry will have the serve. There's the serve. Set 2 is underway. Oh, that rebote dying. Yeah, second bounce. Just in front of Etcheberry. That's a point for Ubia.
And Ubia is really one of these players. Started off judging for Battle Court and a lot of practice back with Ferranda, and it's just gotten better and better season after season, just more familiar and more comfortable on the court. He's always had power, but
big backhand there, wall to wall. Rebote turned over the top, right on the numbers.
Beautiful
Great pick
catch.
there by Etcheberry, right off the side wall. Another rebote, this one dropping in low. Etcheberry steps back, cuts it off. There's a 2-wall. Ooh, not opening enough. Ubia actually overran it, now sends the backhand up. It's opening and scoring. Nice throw there, it makes it 2-0.
we do see the 3-wall. We don't often see the 3-wall off the backhand thrown at that level. That was really well done by Ubia. Again, he gets to it. Boom, to the front wall, crossing the side wall, well over Etcheberry's head. It's that play off the side wall that when it goes to the back wall, shoots straight out to the screen. Really well done.
Low bullet inside, stopped overhead by Ubia at the 12. Plays it back, Etcheberry overran it, now comes back and just drops it above the pad. Ubia comes charging in up at the 4 line, drop shot, dropped in to score. 3 in a row for Ubia here to begin set 2.
It's a nice change of pace there for Ubia. I mean, his game is all power on both sides, both the left and right side. So there we...
There's the backhand again. That clears the overhead screen. Coming out to the 7 line. Turn to the outside. It's in and scoring for Ubia. Nice throw again. 4 in a row.
Confidence, man. Confidence. Ubia is playing confident. Probably more confident than I've ever seen him play before. Just on these catches and these throws. And that's the second outside placement from the forehand. Just well done.
It's an underserve, first fault, second serve coming up.
All that power and yet an underserve. I don't know if you could tell, I'm not a fan of the underserve in singles. Then again, I sit in the chair and talk about Jai-Alai.
When you think about it, though, logically, your point makes a lot of sense. There's never a reason really to underserve. And Etcheberry got it off as he lost his footing. Wow, that's quite a shot. That'll get him on the board here in set 2.
So the presence of mind to lose your footing and be falling down onto concrete. You don't want to break your cesta. If you use that cesta to try to break your fall, that cesta's finished. Look at this presence of mind he has to make the shot. I mean, kudos and apologizing. Hey, man, sorry about that. That was by no means my intent, but wow.
Okay. What a hard serve. That one's dropping. Ubia picks it off the side wall. Big backhand. Etcheberry out for the rebote. Plays this one inside along the wall. Great pickup by Ubia. Here's the backhand. Wall to wall on the return. Etcheberry to the inside. Picked up by Ubia again. Forehand rebote. Coming up the middle. Ubia has got him trapped inside. Oh, the carom is low. That's into the pad, and the pad is bad.
He had Etcheberry blocked to the inside. Not so much blocked like it's an intention to keep him blocked, but he had Etcheberry on his left. So the carom or another outside placement, either way. But that one did not clear the pad.
Ubia takes in the serve, fires it deep. Rebote left side, right to be his feet, backing up, makes the catch. This one dropping low. Scoop
beautiful
by Etcheberry. Big backhand follows. Ubia up at the 5 line, 2-wall rebote with a bounce. Etcheberry got it, sends it back inside. Ubia knows exactly where to be. Beautiful positioning there to save the rebote. Etcheberry's got it again. This one low and hard to the inside.
Oh, what a catch.
What a catch with one hand by Ubia. Now Etcheberry comes flying in, does the same. Forehand rebote over the top, it's dropping. Etcheberry winds it up, sends it outside. It scores. Just dropped by Ubia. That's 3 points for Etcheberry. Deficit's only 1.
That's quite a point. Just quite a point. Beautiful. I mean, the control there. I mean, moving back and off your footing and to still settle the ball in your cesta.
Backhand 2-wall.
Got
him.
Win.
Well,
5 points. 5 points. Sorry, I got.
You were so excited with the backhand 2-wall, you just couldn't contain your enthusiasm.
I had double distraction. I had something going on in the cage. And then it was a backhand 2-wall that I had to compliment because it was well thrown at the right time. Sorry about that, folks.
No, it's now possible match point for Ubia. That one's going to drop right in the corner, kind of dying, but Ubia digs it out. Etcheberry waiting for it at the 7, into the costado. It's a 2-wall. Again dropped outside by Ubia. That's 4 points. Still going here.
Catch by catch, throw by throw. Etcheberry hanging in there with Ubia. Ubia looks so dominant there in that first set, even though it was 6-4. It was relatively close. But Etcheberry seeming unfamiliar with the court, but hanging in there, catch by catch and throw by throw. Still possible match point here for Ubia of the Chargers.
Ubia gets a serve before it crosses. Backhand inside, pulled in by Etcheberry.
Too much.
That backhand is in the overhead screen. Point, set, and match. Ubia takes it in straight set, 6-4, 6-4. Already matching his singles win total from last year, Ubia. That's the Chargers' first win of the season. Ties up the game day 1-1. See some new players making their way out to the court. You see Kubala and Jed, and they'll be playing against each other in that 6th division doubles match. It'll be Kubala and Rock against Jedden and Bradley. But before that, we will hear from our winner, Ubia. Okay, confidence is a big part of the game, and nobody playing more confident highlight right now than Ubia. World Super Court champion, and now getting the win in singles. Game day score, you see that in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. 1-1 through our first 2 matches. We have Ubia over in the DraftKings Players Cage ready to go after that win. There he is, Ubia. Congratulations on the singles win there. I mean, we've talked about how confident you seem to be playing out there. How much do you carry over from the World Super Court into some of these Battle Court matches today?
You mean soreness? A lot. No, but in all honesty, confident, yes, and calm, because by nature, I'm not a singles player, right? So I know that I'm not going to scratch that many points. My game is actually doubles. I'm a specialist at doubles. That's what I do. To be honest, I think I was extremely lucky against Echeverri. He has beautiful qualities. He just needs to get the distances right, and then once he gets those right, I think he's gonna offer a lot of game and a lot of hassle to the top players.
Well, awesome, Ubia. It was a great start for you. Good luck the rest of the way today. Thank you.
Thank you. Go Chargers.
What a professional guy. I mean, compliments the new guy. I mean, that's just...
Humble in victory. That was one of the nicest interviews we've had.
Exactly.
Coming up next, too, 6 division doubles. Always fun in Division 6 doubles. And this year, no different. We got Kubala and Rock taking on Jedden and Bradley. 2 new teams here in Battle Court.
Have to say, this is bringing a tear to my eye. This goes all the way back to 2018, 2019, the origins of this program.
Yeah.
Before Battle Court was a twinkle in our CEO's eye. There's the serve. We begin. Bradley, fine catch. Here's the backhand. That touched the overhead screen, which is out of play. First point of this match goes to Kubala and Rock of the Devils. Kubala serves.
Yeah, well, too big of a backhand there by Bradley. You know he's got immense power with that left side. Bradley, I will say, too, he stepped up in the second half of last season for the Warriors, a reason why they ended up making it to the playoffs, really. See what he can do now for the Chargers.
Excellent catch by Rock. He plays it low. Here's Jedden at the 7. Bradley from the 12 line, deep in the backcourt. Powerful, powerful forehand. Crossing the wall and tipped in the backcourt. We're tied up at 1-1. Jedden has a serve for the Chargers.
Well, just about a perfect throw for Bradley there. I mean, he got it to cross back beyond the 12 line as it was dropping. No better way to get on the board quickly than putting it right on the side wall. Ties it up 1-1.
Rock down low on the left side, keeps it inside. Bradley from the forehand. Kubala calls for the rebote, makes the save. Here's Jedden attacking from the forehand. Straight back, out to the rebote. Rebote left side, high and inside. Catch by Bradley. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 2 points for Jedden and Bradley of the Chargers. Jedden has a serve.
Very quick equipment timeout for Rock there. Back and ready to go.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Rock. Bragley, tremendous catch back at the 13 line. Big right side. Caught by Rock at the 11. Jedden with a tip ball. 2-2. Kubala serves.
And sometimes you don't catch the ball in the right part of the basket. That one a little deeper than Jedden would have wanted, meaning closer to the hands, and then the tendency there is the ball to roll out as you're about to make the throw. You see that happen.
Here's the backhand by Bragley. Powerfully thrown. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Kubala. Bragley takes this high on the bounce. What an effort by Rock. Tremendous throw by Bragley. That scores in the corner. 3 points for Jedden and Bragley of the Chargers. Jedden serves. I mean, you don't often see, just based on the spin of the ball, the right side go back to the side wall like that in the corner. Rock just ran out of court. Here's a backhand by Rock. That clears the overhead screen. Jedden sets up for the Robote. Robote. Stopped by Rock. Here's Bragley from the 12. Ball tip down low on the forehand of Rock. That's 4 points for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
That's the second time now that the forehand has been dropping, and Rock is just kind of waiting for it there at the 11 line. And either move up, make that catch a little easier for you,
Move
or
up,
you can
catch it above your waist.
Right, or you can let Kubala play these Robotes. Kubala not known for his front court abilities, but he's highly skilled and he can do just about everything.
Good serve by Jedden. Fine catch by Rock. Right to the corner, and Bragley is there. Backhand by Kubala. Bragley now from the 12 line. Robote left side with a light touch. Jedden moves up. Did not make the catch. 3 points for Kubala. And Rock, Kubala has a serve. Yeah, that ball, I think Jedden was expecting it to come a little bit harder than it was. Kubala just got it in there. Jedden has that stutter step. Missed the catch. Kubala's got to be wary of the running drop shot from Jedden. Here's the forehand by Bragley. Right side by Rock to the inside. Jedden's there. Fine catch. Ball tipped. In the backcourt, that's 5 points for Jedden and Bragley. Possible set point. Those forehand catches low, yeah. But that one was behind him. So again, you always want to be catching the ball in front of you, theoretically, and above your waist, both sides. There's a backhand by Rock. Robote dropping, saved by Jedden. Kubala on the bounce, backhand from the 7. Bragley's there. Kubala calls for the Robote, right up the middle, to the forehand of Bragley.
Oh,
point and set to Jedden and Bragley. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. So that first set ends in favor of the Chargers. Jedden and Bragley, 6-3. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City League Fronton in Miami, Florida. Currently in our third of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Bragley pretty much well flawless in terms of his catching. They're seated on the bench, usually pretty stoic in between these matches, in between these points even. points matches. Make that sets. Jedden, spot on as far as his catching. Rock having some difficulty after a fairly well-played first match of the game day. Catching the ball down low, or attempting to catch the ball down low on the right side. Missed a couple there. One on the backside. And that last one went past him, so he missed the catch, and further punishment by getting hit with the ball coming off the back wall. Once again, here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. 2-minute period in between matches. Focus on Jedden and Bragley now going over to the Devils side of.
Yeah, Devils lost CRB this past draft because they reached his freeze limit. You know, CRB was a great player in Division 6 for this team, and he and Kubala were such a dynamic duo. Second best record in Division 6 doubles last year, and just a different look with Kubala in the front.
There you get a good focus of Rock tying into the cesta. Again, the hand sits flat on top of that basket. That glove goes over the top of the hand. Fingers are in there individually. The only thing holding it on there is that long tie called the cinta. Doesn't have to be red. Doesn't have to be red. I think that they made them every color for Battle Court.
To match the team color.
I believe so.
And Rock's a spirited guy. He's going to rock whatever color. I think he had a Chargers color, purple before. He had red now.
There you go.
So always sporting whatever team he represents. And there's Kubala making his way out to the court, ready to begin set number 2.
Zuleika stretching.
We'll see Zuleika up next for the first time. Division 1 doubles. That'll be Echeverry and Nicholas against Zuleika and Ubia.
World Super Court champions. Now in Battle Court. We're ready to begin our next set. Kubala has a serve for the Devils. Fault under serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a catch by Bragley. Forehand. Right up the middle. Kubala. Nice rebote save. Jedden moves to the outside, makes the play. Catch by
Got that one.
Rock. Rock to the inside. Here's Bragley from the 11 line. Bragley powerfully from the forehand. Rock is there. Here's the backhand from the 11. Bragley, fine catch on the right side. Robote. Robote forehand by Kubala. Over the top it goes. Jedden is there. Rock at the 11 line. That's a fine catch. Backhand 2-all. Off the court and out of play. First point of the second set goes to Jedden and Bragley of the Chargers. Yeah, he knows better. He knows better because we had the conversation before the match, before the game day began. I said, hey, just make the catches on the left side and just get it up to the front wall.
And we'll say, too, Jedden's pretty conscious of the outside of the court when playing in these 6 division
He's
doubles.
going to punish you if he catches
He's
it.
going to get there outside.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
Against some other players, you know, not really one comes to mind in this group, like a guy like Ikeda, who's going to be more to the inside and play a majority of the balls, and just rebote after rebote to the inside. You can break out a backhand 2-all, but against Jedden, I don't know.
Kubala takes a serve, drop shot.
Yeah. Good
Perfectly placed to score. Well done. 1-1. Kubala has the serve for the Devils.
Yeah, and if I'm Kubala, just going to start opening it up there in the front court. I mean, he's got all the skills. Again, not known for his shot making, but he can throw just about anything.
This was thrown very well.
Yeah.
And Jedden, I mean, as well as it's thrown, one bounce, but you see that second bounce well past the 4 line. Jedden very nearly got that. Excellent catch by Rock. Rock brings it over the top. Robote, left side by Kubala. Big bounce. Caught on the forehand of Bragley. Rock, that's a beautiful catch, pulling it off the sidewall. Backhand stays in play. Bragley with a hop makes the catch. Kubala from the 9 line. Backhand. Forehand, Robote. Missed midcourt. 2 points for Kubala and Rock of the Devils. Kubala serves.
Just a swing and a miss. I mean, he was in position, had it lined up, and sometimes if Jedden over swings on these rebotes, it's going to throw off the timing, and you'll see it end up like that. Another note, just love how engaged Nicholas is, too. I mean, he
Very
over
much
by
so.
the cage, talking with Kubala. Doing a nice job so far.
Bragley moves into position to make the catch. Here's the sidearm carom. It will score. Well done by Bragley. 2-2 here in the second set. Jedden serves.
It's just thrown so powerfully. That's the difference here. I mean, Kubala tries to scoop it up, but you see getting the cesta in position. Yeah, just a little late.
Rock with a fine catch. There's the backhand. Jedden's on it. Robote forehand, passes the front quarter. Bragley picks it up on the bounce. What a catch by Kubala. Backhand from the 8. Bragley again. Kubala calls for the Robote. 2-all. Fails short. Third point for Jedden and Bragley of the Chargers. Jedden serves. Good effort by Kubala.
No, generally I don't really hate that. I mean, it's a fall down 2-all rebote. It's a very difficult shot to execute, but again, if you're Kubala, got to mix it up. Force your opponents to beat you with something outside, and these longer rallies haven't gone the Devils' way either, so try something different.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Kubala picks the serve, rifling it outside. It caught the pad. 4 points for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden has the serve.
And you're really seeing how important the backcourt is, especially in these lower level doubles matches. I mean, the backcourt can really control play. They can play more of these rebotes. Up in the front court, I mean, if the ball doesn't come to Kubala, Rock's got to take most of it. Oh, it's good.
Excellent serve and a great catch by Rock. Here's Bragley from the 11 line. Rock, backhand. Bragley's there. Kubala with the catch. Backhand from the 8. Robote to the inside. Nicely played by Kubala. Bragley at the side wall. Fine catch. Hard throw. Catch on the forehand of Kubala. Robote saved by Rock. That's nicely done. Scooped up by Jedden. Rock again, makes a save. Jedden on the scoop. Drop shot, read by Kubala. Split placement, stopped, but not held on to. Well played by all 4 players. 3 points for Kubala and Rock of the Devils. Kubala serves.
So much good in that point by Jedden and Bradley both. I mean, the catching by Bradley in the back, we haven't talked a lot about it. He's been sensational today. And then Jedden right here, reading the outside, the split placement rather. And we've got a lot of cesta on it just falling out there in the end. See Bradley, thumbs up. Can't be too upset about how that point played out, except the result, of course.
Fine catch, hard throw by Bragley. Here's Rock with a tip ball. 5 points for Jedden and Bragley. Possible set, possible match point.
Yeah, just a drop right there. I mean, it's not particularly close to the side wall. It's taken a bounce right to Rock. Seemingly hasn't lined up and just missed it.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's the backhand, powerfully thrown by Rock. Bragley catches it way up high. Forehand on the return. Rebote dropping and saved by Kubala. However, that hits the overhead screen. Point and a straight set victory for Jedden and Bragley of the Chargers.
Jedden and Bradley give the Chargers their second win of the game day in straight set 6-3, 6-3. Coming up next, Division I doubles.
I apologize.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
See the ongoing practice for the Division I doubles up next. Etcheberry and Nicholas will take on Zuleika and Ubia, the World Super Court champions, top doubles team in the world. Jedden and Bradley making their way over to the DraftKings Players Cage. Let's hear from our winners. There they are, Jedden and Bradley. Congratulations in your first time playing together. You guys look spot on. How are you feeling about the opportunity this season on a new Chargers team?
I think we had last time I was on the Chargers, we had a really good, really strong team, and I'm just trying to come back and make it happen, you know?
Yeah, and Jen, we'll ask you too, getting the opportunity to play with Bradley again, one of the other original members of this program, what does it mean that you guys are representing together?
Bradley's a dog. You know, I played with him 2 years ago, and I know when he's on the court, he's going to get maximum effort. So it's a great combo. I'm excited to play with him. The next, 5-6 games we got left, we're going to try to execute everything.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. What a great start for you. Good luck the rest of the season. Thank you.
It's a lifestyle. Lifestyle Chargers beat.
Both repping the
What
good
did
to
that man
see there.
say? Lifestyle.
They used to be.
Lifestyle
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
You remember that era, Stu.
Okay, yes, I do remember. See?
Let's get to this Division I doubles match.
Hey, there's a game.
Yes, Etcheberry and Nicholas, their debut together. The French team taking on Zuleika and Ubia. No, this is not a World Super Court matchup, Stu. Division I doubles here in Battle Court should be phenomenal action.
I just noticed it's Spain versus France, United States versus France all over again.
There's the serve. We begin with a big backhand by Ubia past Nicholas. Etcheberry on the rebote. Laid up the middle. Zuleika sends it high to the inside. Another rebote. Etcheberry reads it. Lays it back. Ubia, strong backhand. Rebote. Ooh, Magic City bounce. Etcheberry couldn't turn that rebote. First point for Zuleika and Ubia.
What we mean by Magic City bounce is if you see that side wall, you'll see those grooves there in the side wall. And occasionally the ball, while gliding up the side wall, hits one of those grooves and changes direction. So you're focusing on it, try to make the rebote. Here you see it here, right on, you see that right on the wall, and then makes that little turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Etcheberry, wait, did I just,
I've
wait,
never seen that
what was that? Yes, that's a
Welcome,
feature of
it's
the
welcome.
court.
Low runner inside, Ubia all alone. He picks it up on the bounce. Strong backhand along the wall. Here's Nicholas. Just does clear. Zuleika stays with the rebote, powers it to the inside. Tipped ball along the sidewall. That's 2 for the Chargers.
Rare miss by Nicholas there on the left side.
Here's a backhand from the 10 line. Catch by Nicholas. Zuleika pulls it in off the wall. Plays it deep. To reach a Nicholas Echeverry. Robote turned over the top, right back to the costado of Zulaika. He sends it inside, scoop by Nicholas. Now Ubia. Powerful throw from the left side. Nicholas stops this one right along the wall. Ubia gets up there, backhand from the 10, powerfully to the inside. Robote. Echeverry drops it on the floor, right to Ubia. Tough pickup by Nicholas as across the wall, backhand, out of reach. Zulaika backpedaling into position, fires it inside. Nicholas is there. Backhand by Ubia, kicked up in the overhead screen. That's out of play. The Devils, their first point of this match.
Tremendous power. That one just kicked up and touched the overhead screen, which is out of play.
Ubia low runner again, dropping to the inside. Nicholas gets up there, powerful backhand, stopped by Ubia. Backhand by Zulaika. Past Nicholas, here's the Robote, left side by Echeverry, turned back to the inside, now Ubia. Nicholas, middle of the court, sends it off the wall, Zulaika takes it right off. There's the backhand, Nicholas, leaping grab. Zulaika advancing on it, sends it deep. Another Robote, this time forehand Robote. Cut off by Zulaika. Drop shot from the costado of Zulaika, scores. 3-1, Chargers lead.
Just beautifully done there by Zulaika.
Well, we saw him add that in the World Super Court,
yeah,
and still mixing it in now in Battle Court.
It's just something else he does well. Drop shot to the inside, drop shot middle of the court, two-wall, outside placement, all working from that costado.
Fault under serve, second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Nicholas from the outside. Low runner. Ubia tip ball. It's across the sidewall. That's 2 for the Devils.
That's a tough one. That ball coming in fast and hard. Ubia's been pretty much well spot on with those.
Ubia from the 11 sends it high and deep. Long Robote, Echeverry. Oh, sends it a little too high. It's up in the overhead screen and out of play. 4-2, Chargers in front.
Understand the desire to pass and to get it high. This overhead screen needs to be kept in mind, both off the backhand and the forehand. You throw it high enough up on the front wall with enough power, it's going to kick. And occasionally kick into the overhead screen.
Serve coming up the middle. Nicholas, powerful backhand from the left side, takes Ubia out of it, but Zulaika sends Robote up the middle. Forehand, across Zulaika's head, on the wall, picked up by Ubia.
That was kind of close to his head, wasn't it? Looked like it, anyway.
Backhand, high and hard. Past Nicholas, Robote left side, turned inside. Ubia waits on it, makes the pickup. Echeverry slides in to cut it off, sends this one. Robote comes shooting out. Zulaika turns it powerfully. It's dropping, but Nicholas is there. Now Ubia. Big backhand. That's coming way out. Echeverry, it's close to the side wall. He turns it. Back to Ubia, though.
Beautiful
Nicholas
catch.
steps up, rips it off the wall. Backhand caught in the corner. Now Nicholas. 12 line to the inside. Ubia's there. Catch by Ubia up at the 10. Backhand, low runner inside. Scoop by Nicholas. Plays it back. Ubia's there. Now Zulaika getting involved. Cuts this one off at the 9 line. Trying to get it between them. Nicholas steps up. Now Ubia sends it high and deep. Rabote left side, turn to the inside. It's got a big bounce. Beautiful control by Ubia there. Zulaika sends it high and deep. Three-wall play off the forehand. Rabote. Etcheberry turns the splitter. Ubi is on it from the outside. Forehand crossing. Nicholas waiting for it. He's set up and he turns a Rabote. The two-wall is too wide though. 5 points and a possible set point for the Chargers.
A lot of traffic up there. That two-wall nicely saved by Nicholas, just landing wide.
Great stop on the left side of Nicholas, sends it inside. Ubi is there. This one hits high off the back wall. Rabote left side, up the middle. Interference ruled. Point will be replayed.
Yes, Etcheberry trying to get out of the way. Again, most of the time you want to throw and move out. Throw and move out. Throw it, then you get out of the way. But he moved out of the way right in front of Zulaika. Zulaika understands it was unintentional. I mean, Etcheberry, of course, was looking at the front wall the whole way. Keeping your eye on the ball.
What a stop there by Nicholas again off a powerful serve. Ubia lines it up, sends it deep. Rabote forehand dropped inside. Ubia backing up, makes the catch up above his head. Comes out over the top. No play for Etcheberry, and what a reach by Nicholas. Ubia again this time for the 13 line to the outside. Nicholas runs under it, forehand. Oh, that's right to Zulaika into the costado. Inside placement, scoop by Nicholas. There's the backhand. Wall to wall from the left side. Zulaika turns it powerfully again. Nicholas handles this one from the forehand. Now Ubia, full wind up, drops it inside. Nicholas, great catch again. That forehand though, got away from him. Point and set. Zulaika and Ubia take it 6-2. 2 minutes, come back and play our second set.
So the first set goes the direction of the Chargers. Zulaika and Ubia. Again, looking pretty dominant there. Ubia with one or two more mistakes than we saw him make in singles. There you have most of the Chargers squad. Arta and Jedden on the right-hand side of your screen. World Supercourt champions Zulaika and Ubia, they're seated on the bench. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City League Fronton in Miami, Florida. Currently playing our fourth of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. See Etcheberry making his debut here at Magic City. Benetrix behind him, made his debut earlier. Etcheberry really not having a lot of time. What is a lot of time? A season is a lot of time for some players, and some players do definitely take longer than others to adjust to this court.
You know, and just at a disadvantage too. I mean, just listen to the names that he plays against in Division I in the front court. He plays against Zulaika, Inaki, Gosheri, Alex, and then of course Urrutia. And then all those guys have at least a year of experience on him. And all of those guys are ranked higher than him in Battle Court too. So again, at a pretty big disadvantage. This Devils team is pretty balanced. I mean, they got Benetrix in the 4, they have Kubala as their 5, so they have some depth. But as was the case last year, the top half of these doubles teams, Etcheberry Nicholas, Etcheberry and Benny, and Benetrix and Benny, those top 3 teams are going to be the key if the Devils want to get into the playoffs and ultimately a little further. Second set ready to go here in just a few seconds. Etcheberry will have the serve.
Zulaika finishing his tying into his cesta. He's ready to go.
There's the serve. Set 2 has begun. With the backhand to the inside by Ubia. Catch by Nicholas. Good body control. Here's the forehand rebote turned over the top. Cut off by Echeverry. Ubia flying in the corner. Comes out on the left side. This one past Nicholas. Echeverry saves the rebote. It's inside. Scooped up by Ubia along the wall. Low runner.
Ooh.
That's tipped. Tough throw. And the first point on the board for the Chargers here in set 2.
I mean, jumping at the sidewall, which I imagine is what Nicholas is saying to him right now, is balls at that height you don't have to jump for. They're not going to bounce that high. I got it. And this guy's also throwing bullets from the backcourt.
Well, that backhand just did clear the overhead screen. Zulaika all the way up on the 4 line, turns it, but Nicholas catches it off the sidewall. Now Ubia takes it off at the 11 line, back inside.
Oh, what a
by
catch.
Nicholas. Well, that was dropping low. Ubia's got it, sends it inside. Echeverry let it pass, and the rebote is out of here. 2 points for the Chargers, Zulaika and Ubia.
And of course, it's Rock on the outside of the screen running around.
What time?
That ball.
What was,
I mean,
what was his 40 time on that? He was moving.
Judge beat him to it.
Oh,
That's
what a shame. That ruined his day.
No, that's what you would prefer. It's all right. We have other balls he can play with back here.
Back to the inside, rebote forehand turned by Zulaika, catch by Nicholas. What a throw, better catch by Nicholas there deep in the backcourt. Zulaika steps in front of it, cuts it off, drops it inside, Nicholas leaping grab. Ubia, backhand from the 11 line, powerfully to the inside, stopped overhead, here's Nicholas, low bullet, there's Zulaika now. Rebote coming way out. Echeverry tracks it down, plays it wall to wall. Oh,
that got
he got
out of the way, fortunately.
Now Ubia, deep in the backcourt, forehand crossing. Nicholas is there. Nicholas there at the 13, tough catch again, sends it back inside. Now Ubia keeps it on the left. Low bullet, cut off the wall. Echeverry again, long rebote, high to the inside, cut off again, beautifully read and caught by Ubia. Now Nicholas, same spot, a little bit higher and harder. Here's the rebote now for Zulaika, turned inside. Tough catch there at the 13 line. Backhand 2-wall follows. Echeverry just did get it. Forehand back over the top. And Ubia bows him out. Great catch. This one stays inside, pulled in by Nicholas. Rebote now for Zulaika. Straight to the inside. Well placed. Spectacular grab by Nicholas. Long rebote again. Echeverry just kind of flicks it up there. It's in. Zulaika, 2-wall. Splitter, that will score.
That wasn't just any kind of splitter. If you go back and you see that, so split placements are usually hitting the floor about the 7 line, maybe even the 8 line, and going between the players. Zulaika, tremendous control on the costado. Look where he splits this up.
Far to the outside.
Yeah, see, that's like in the box. Nicholas was moving out there. Echeverry needs to get familiar with that, but that was impressive by Zulaika.
There's a backhand by Nicholas to open it up. Catch right off the sidewall, Ubia. Strong throw, better catch. Here's Nicholas. Now Ubia from the 13 line, plays it inside. Nicholas again cuts it off. Strong throw, that's right on the wall.
Beautiful catch.
Stopped by Ubia. Wow, Nicholas rips it off the wall again. Tougher. Now Ubia from the middle of the court. Has to get that low runner, doesn't touch the floor. Nicholas handles in the air, back inside. There's Ubia. Low runner just above the pad. That stayed low. 4-0. Chargers lead.
Tremendous throw. I mean, Ubia is playing more confident than I've ever seen him play
Oh, absolutely.
in battle
look
court.
At this
I mean,
throw.
yeah. Beautifully executed by Ubia. Again, keeping that backhand low. Nicholas will catch them all day, but there's a certain predictability of where a player's throwing. What a catch.
Another tremendous stop by Nicholas Ubia. Same thing, deeper in the backcourt beyond the 13. Sabote comes shooting off the back wall. Quick turn by Echeverry to the inside. Ubia, another backhand. Even lower this time. He steps in front to cut it off. 2-all. Not enough. Zulaika with the forehand from the outside. The carom is perfect. 5 points, possible set, and a possible match point.
Echeverry reaching in there. You tell a little tentative. It's like, should I throw it? Should I not throw it? I'm throwing it because he's got to get a feel for this side wall. Goes with the 2-all, but a catch at the 8 line by Zulaika, who just eats him up with that monster right side and a beautiful carom.
Outside serve. Nicholas has got it. Forehand. Low and hard to the inside. Ubia all alone makes the catch. Sabote left side. This time to the outside. Zulaika stays with it. Turns it hard. Right to Nicholas. He picks it up on the bounce. Zulaika with the scoop. Into the Costado. 2-wall. To score for the win. What a way to finish it. 6-2, 6-0. Zulaika and Ubia win it in straight sets. Talk about going out with a bang there. The 2-wall opening wide. And 12 of the 14 points won by the Chargers. Third win of the game day. See the Chargers there making their way off the court. Man, Zulaika, what a performance. Those last 2 shots, too. I mean, it's just the full arsenal. One from the right side, from the outside of the court, and then the other one from the Costado from the inside. It's just such range.
Can't say enough about it. Just beautifully done. So, if I'm not mistaken, you usually do the math. The Chargers are at least at a tie here with 3 wins.
Absolutely right, Stu. Their third win of the game day. That does secure at least a tie in tonight's game day. And we'll see a chance for the Chargers to win the game day. They just need one of these next 2 matches, both singles. It'll be Benny against Iturbide, then Nicholas against Zulaika. We will hear from our winners, though, Zulaika and Ubia, momentarily, and there they are. Congratulations, guys. I mean, after the World Supercourt, you guys picked up right where you left off with such a strong performance. How do you prepare against a new opponent for the first time in Echeverry?
Yeah, honestly, we jumped onto the court saying let's do the basics well, take advantage of the debut of Ivan Echeverry. I'm sure that in the second round the same game will be totally different. So today we took advantage of that situation, and hopefully we got the win. We add 1 more point to the team. So happy to start the season like that.
Awesome, guys. You secured at least a tie. Well, good luck the rest of the way today. See if you can get the win. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Benny versus Iturbide coming up next. Division II singles match. You see the 2 players up there. Benny just 1-4 last year in his first season up in Division II. Iturbide has been a mainstay in this group. He's been one of the most consistent and best players. Last year, no different. He was 4-1, tied for the best record in Division II.
We're ready to begin our next match. Benny has the serve. We're underway. Backhand powerfully thrown by Iturbide. Forehand rebote. Here's the backhand by Benny. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Benny picks it up on the bounce, winds up. Costalo 2-all landing in and scoring. First shot of this match goes for Benny of the Devils. He serves.
Had a chance to talk with Benny before this upcoming season, and he said that he was, quote, a full send in singles this year. I know that's a term that the kids use these days. I looked it up, and it kind of means he's just going to go for it, Stu. Throw some shots, mix it up, put some pressure on the defense. That's what I think it means.
Thank
I
you.
don't know for sure.
I'll need that in writing before I say it into the microphone just to verify. No offense to Benny. Here's the backhand by Iturbide. I make myself laugh, if nothing else. As long as they're scoring, that's it. Here's the backhand by Benny from the 9 line. Robote, left side, the outside by Iturbide will score. That's beautifully executed by Iturbide. We're all tied up 1-1. Iturbide serves.
And if you're going to be sending it a little bit more, as they may say, you're going to leave yourself susceptible to shots thrown
I got news
off
for
the
you,
Robote.
kid. You're half my age. You literally, on paper, no matter how you do the math, you're half my. You're
Just
part
work
of
with me
they.
here, Stu.
I am. You're part of they. There's not another they behind you, as far as I'm concerned. Not here. Benny on the catch. Here's the backhand. Two all with a light touch scores. 2 points for Benny. And the serve. He really sent that 2-all, if you will.
Well, look,
I
like this
am I
style.
using it properly?
Yeah, I think you did, Stu.
Okay.
But I don't know for sure. That's where the.
I'll do a tutorial over dinner with Benny. I'll get it straight. It was a nice 2-all.
But again, both points that Benny scored have been off of shots. I mean, he's aggressive. He engaged in long rallies last year. He's very skilled. He can catch well. But then at the end of the day, he was losing off of good shots thrown by his opponent. Again, would you rather go down swinging or looking? Benny's choosing swinging this year. I like the strategy.
And hopefully not going down.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
That's the key.
Here's the backhand by Iturbide. Right up the middle. Benny on the Robote to the inside. Iturbide with the catch. Backhand from the 8. Ball missed. 2 points for Iturbide of the Chargers. Iturbide serves.
Uncharacteristic miss there.
Yeah.
And off the wall, right to Benny. You could tell by the reaction. Just a surprise for him, too. 2-2 early on.
Here's Benny on the backhand from the 12 line to the inside. Robote coming out. Robote forehand rifled. Scooped up by Benny. Benny powerfully from the left side to the corner. Out to the Robote. Iturbide makes the save. That clears the overhead screen. Here's Benny, midcourt. Beautiful catch by Iturbide. Backhand. Robote forehand. Cut off by Iturbide. Iturbide to the inside. Benny scoops it up. Inside placement by Benny. Will score. Well played. 3 points for Benny of the Devils. He serves.
Again, last year, Iturbide probably catches that ball in the air because he's not worried about Benny throwing a 2-all. It's just a slight delay, and then he takes off to the inside, and it drops just a half-inch lower where he wants it. Even if the 2-all doesn't score, putting that thought in your opponent's mind is going to make him hesitate just a bit. And Iturbide is one of the more aggressive players on this roster.
No question about it. If he feels that he has the kill shot, he'll go for it. Here's a backhand by Iturbide. Benny from the 9 line. Robote outside placement of the forehand. Robote will score for Iturbide. We're all tied up 3-3. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
Iturbide trying to pull Benny away from the inside part of the court with another outside
That's
placement
just so
here.
well done.
Yeah, I mean, off the Robote, too. I mean, Benny knows it. I mean,
Benny would have had to have moved forward to catch. I mean, he could have gone for a scoop, but he would have been reaching almost behind him to make that scoop. Beautiful throw by Iturbide. Powerful backhand by Benny. Robote swing and a miss, midcourt. 4 points for Benny of the Devils. He serves.
yeah, just never had that one lined up in the basket as he went to turn the Robote.
The momentum that the ball has coming off of the back wall really sets up what the Robote is going to be or what you're able to do with it. Positioning is everything. Here's the backhand. This one caught by Benny. Backhand from the 10 line. Rebote forehand by Benny. Rebote left side. Benny will stop this on the forehand. Sends it back to pass. Rebote coming out. Rebote left side into the pad. The pad is bad. 5 points for Benny of the Devils. Possible set point. So when I use sends, is that appropriate?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you used it very well.
All right, because that was reflexive. That wasn't part of the new vernacular.
Well, and you see Iturbide again. I mean, he was deep into that corner, and he shot something to the outside. I mean, trying to make a play on what was just a defensive save. Benny's putting a lot of pressure, way more pressure than he put on anybody last year here in singles. And he's playing confidently. So far, so good. Still, got to close out this set.
Iturbide with the catch. Benny gets in there. Here's the backhand from the 9 line. Iturbide's there. Rebote forehand saved by Benny. That's a nice play. Iturbide's got it. Costado 2-all opening wide and scoring. That's a beautiful shot. 4 points for Iturbide of the Chargers. Benny still with possible set point.
Yeah, haven't even mentioned the Costado of Iturbide yet. Probably the most vicious on the roster.
That was
Gets it
sick.
to open up wide.
Up there at the 2 line.
The difference between these two is Iturbide has a go-to shot that he can score with from just about anywhere, and I don't know if you can say the same thing about Benny. I mean, he's throwing the 2-all well, but again, they're not opening up. They're not thrown as hard. They don't have the same type of power that Iturbide does.
Here's the catch by Iturbide. There's the backhand. Benny from the 9 line. That one comes up on Benny. He makes a good catch. Back to the inside where it scores. Point and set for Benny. He wins at 6-4. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
Iturbide shaking his head, making his way off the court. Not often you see that, dropping a set here early on, but got to give a lot of credit to Benny there, number 55 of the Devils, team captain. I mean, look, as he said, he was sending it there, Stu, if that's the right use. He's throwing a lot more shots. Look at here, starting off, this was early, 2-all. That one really opened up.
Very well done.
Again, he established that lead early. See another one?
This one died. So again, it didn't open up. In other words, cut to the front wall, close to the front wall. Cut to the outside, rather, close to the front wall. But it was light enough to score.
And this is a throw, final throw there. Right at Iturbide's feet. Got him to the inside twice in that set.
Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City League Fronton in Miami, Florida. Currently playing our 5th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day.
I like the aggressive style from Benny. I just hope that he maintains that throughout the set, regardless of the score.
Well, you know what Iturbide is going to come
Yeah.
out blasting in the second set.
Well, again, even in the second half of that set, I mean, Benny threw a majority of his shots early in the set when there's not a lot of pressure, but when it gets late and tight, throwing a shot then just proves the amount of confidence that a player may have in a particular shot. So far, so good for Benny there, 6-4, but you know that Iturbide is going to turn it on here in the second set. See what he's got. He will serve.
Excellent catch by Benny. Benny from the 10 line, backhand to the inside. Rebote, left side by Iturbide. A little kick, Benny's there. 2-all. Oh, that kicked up and out of play. Benny basically doing a Venn diagram of how it happened.
No, not wrong at all either. I mean, that did kick up when it hit the front wall, which is not often you see that. It usually hits and cuts down.
Here's Benny on the backhand from the 11 line. Rebote. Interference, the point will be replayed.
Yeah, just interference here. There was contact with the basket. However, that enhanced interference rule has been modified for this season. There is no such thing as enhanced interference anymore. The point will just be replayed in all cases.
There's a backhand by Benny. Catch by Benny. Karam scores. 1-1, Benny serves.
Really smart shot there by Benny. Opened up late. Didn't tell Iturbide he was throwing that Karam until the last instant. Oh, the backhand outside working.
2 points for Benny, right? Benny with 2 points. He serves.
A great read here. One-handed catch and then just fires it to the outside. Iturbide, he took 2 steps back inside and then falling down. Again, you're not expecting a player to go for a shot after they make a difficult catch. And the backhand straight to the outside is one that you may not see every month.
Rebote forehand off the tip. 2 points for Iturbide. We're all tied up 2-2. Iturbide serves.
Wasn't a Chula, but that was Chula-like as it hit off the back wall. Really died, killed a lot of the speed, and Benny just kind of reaching back, trying to flick it up. Couldn't get it in.
Here's a backhand by Benny. Rebote for Iturbide. Just above the pad. Benny's there. Benny winding up. Setting it deep. Iturbide. Rebote. Scoop by Benny on the forehand. Good positioning. Low, hard forehand. Iturbide winds up. That 2-all lands in and scores. 3 points for Iturbide. He serves.
It's taking perfect shots to beat Benny here. I mean, you can't get better than that 2-all. So look, I mean, you applaud the strategy, it's working. Sometimes your opponent just plays well, and Iturbide is one of those guys that if he's in a rhythm with that 2-all, he can cut you up 6 times in a row pretty easily.
Here's the backhand by Benny. Costado inside, caught by Benny. Missed it. 4 points for Iturbide. He serves.
Just a great effort. Made the catch, crashed into the side wall, but never had full control. You see, committed kind of
Fully
to the outside.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He hit that high sidewall hard.
You see the ball, and yep, where is it?
Here's the catch by Iturbide, backhand. Rebote forehand. Benny on the catch. That 2-all perfectly thrown by Benny to score. 3 points for Benny. He serves.
It's the best one he's thrown today. Threw it with a little more power,
was
and this
beautiful.
one cut low as it hit the front wall. Take a look here. The last one, Benny was right. It kicked up. This one shoots straight down.
Very well done.
Opens up wide, and you see the applause there by his teammates. It's Benetrix liking what he sees from Benny.
Here's the backhand by Iturbide. Rebote forehand. Inside placement will score. 4-4 is the score here in the second set. Benny serves for the Devils.
Third time he scored on just a costado to the inside against Iturbide. Again, he waits to see where Benny's throwing it and then is trying to run hard back to the inside to make that catch. It's not easy to do on the move, and that's all credit to Benny by throwing the 2-all. He's moving Iturbide around the court, and he hasn't been comfortable yet.
Very well done. Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for a second serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's the backhand by Iturbide. Benny, forehand Rebote. Passing, beautifully thrown. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. That little wonky bounce off the side wall. That moves to the outside and scores. Iturbide has 5 points and a possible set point.
This was a kind of a Magic City bounce. You're not expecting a throw that hits the inner panel there to kick to the outside like that. And
much.
Benny was, yeah, he was confused too and a little frustrated, especially tied up 4-4 late in the set. Now Iturbide with a chance to finish it.
Here's the backhand by Benny. Iturbide, backhand to the inside. Rebote, forehand by Benny. Iturbide there. To the inside it goes. Benny, beautiful pickup. Backhand from the 8 line. Costado 2-all will score.
Got it.
5-5, so this is possible set point for Iturbide and the Chargers. Possible match point for Benny of the Devils.
Well, it's really good to see a player go out and execute their game plan to this level, and Benny's doing a great job.
Absolutely.
He's throwing a lot of shots. They're scoring, and again, he's got 1 point here to maybe defeat Iturbide, which would be a bit of a surprise given what we've seen the last couple of years. And would keep the Devils in the game day, too, with a chance to tie in the next match. A lot on the line here. It's a good serve.
Beautiful serve. That's an excellent catch by Iturbide. Rebote, forehand by Benny, played to pass. Into the corner, out to the Rebote at the side wall. Benny attacks, has it on the left side. That 2-all is in and scores for the win. Point, set, and match to Benny of the Devils, winning it 6-5 in the second set.
I think we can say that is the best and maybe biggest win in Benny's career. What an opportunity against Iturbide, and he delivered, keeping his team in it. And we got Nicholas against Zulaika up next. Game day on the line. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one. Well, replay here. Now let's take a look at some of the highlights from Benny in that match. Great catch on the inside, and then the backhand. Ooh, got Iturbide going the other way. But the 2-all there at the end, I mean, this one, I believe, that was at 5-4, and then the one at 5-5. To have the confidence to execute that shot with the match on the line, and look at the reaction afterwards, you know, fired up, and rightfully so. Iturbide, all class there with a salute.
100%. He knows how good Benny played with
so well in that match. Let's hear from our winner, Benny there. Benny, now, we talked about singles coming into this year, and you told me that you were going to be full sending it in singles. In your words, what does that mean, and what did we just see out there from you?
Yeah, well, in the off-season, I was practicing a lot with my brother in singles, working on the costado a lot because I went 1-4 last season, and I've been kind of struggling with my shots. Worst kill rate on the roster last season. So that's something I wanted to work on, and, you know, in the matches, I'll just say I'm just going to send it and see what happens.
Well, you played so well there. The 2-all was opening, everything working for you. Just a great performance, and good luck the rest of the season there, Benny.
Thank you.
Well, see what happens up next with the game day on the line. Nicholas and Zulaika go at it in singles. Last season, Nicholas 2-8, worst record in Division I singles. Zulaika at 7-3. Well, that was second best. Nicholas will have the serve here. If the Chargers win this match, they will win the game day. If the Devils win this match, game day will end in a tie. There's the serve. We begin our final match with a backhand inside. Catch by Nicholas. Takes Zulaika into the corner. Comes out on the rebote. Picked off by Nicholas again. Ooh, straight to the outside. That's going to land in. Nicholas sends it hard above the pad, but Zulaika read it perfectly. Caught in the air. Rebote over Zulaika's head. He cuts it off. Costado. 2-all to score. And a way to start off this match, Zulaika, first point.
Really well done. Zulaika followed it beautifully. Made a fine catch. And again, throwing the ball where your opponent's not. It's the name of the game. It's been working well for Zulaika. Worked very well there.
Nicholas gets there before it crosses. Backhand. Here's the rebote now for Zulaika. He launches it. Nicholas takes off late. It's a great save on the rebote. Costado 2-all by Zulaika again. That scores. Makes it 2-0.
It's been working for Zulaika. Stick with what works. It worked for him over the weekend. The 2-all, Costado to the outside, drop shot. Nicholas is good at moving around the court.
Nicholas from the left side. Zulaika at the 9, sends it deep. Rebote forehand, turned along the wall, scooped by Zulaika. That's into the Chua. Nicholas digs it out, sends it. Oh, not past Zulaika though. Great catch back behind him. Forehand crossing the wall, scooped by Nicholas. Inside placement. Right back there is Zulaika. Good read. Hard backhand now. Nicholas back inside, saves the rebote. What a catch there, right on the wall. 2-all attempt by Nicholas. Man,
Very well
that's
done.
perfect. That's going to land in and score.
The tendency is to throw a little bit harder, and you see what happens if you throw that one a little bit harder. Sails out. Nicholas has had difficulties with that before. This one lands perfect. Very well done. Just beautifully executed by Nicholas.
Forehand rebote, played back to the inside, cut off by Zulaika. Oh, that one clipped. The 2-all opens, and it scores. That's going to be 3-1 in favor of Zulaika.
Sometimes good things happen there.
Good catch overhead there, Zulaika. Floats it up. Nicholas takes a step back. He's got it. Robote coming up the middle. Zulaika back to the inside. Nicholas right there. Cuts it off. He sends it deep. Not too much height on it. Zulaika's got to dig it out. Sends it back up. Costado to the inside. That will score. Nicholas with 2. He'll serve.
Nicholas doing a good job now moving Zulaika around the court. Very well done.
Big backhand there by Zulaika. Robote, forehand from the 8. Sends it past. Zulaika on the move, had to dig it out. Nicholas low and hard above the pad. That scores to the inside. And we're tied 3-3.
Nicholas has done a good job of coming back.
Strong backhand there. Robote forehand to the inside. Scoop by Zulaika. Fake the carom, put it back inside, and that one scores. 4 for Zulaika, back out in front. See the fake there, those two, just a subtle little hip fake.
Absolutely.
Got Nicholas to open to the outside, and then Zulaika finds the space. Nicholas from the inside, the backhand. It's over Zulaika's head, and he saves the Robote on the backhand. Big backhand coming out to the Robote, saved by Nicholas. This one's gonna open, Zulaika right to the inside. Big bounce, high scoop made by Nicholas there, backhand. Powerful Robote there by Zulaika. Nicholas flings it up over
Really
Zulaika.
well done by Nicholas.
3-wall play. Zulaika with a big bounce to the inside. Nicholas timed it up beautifully. Comes down with the ball. Like again, this time from the middle of the court, sends it low and hard, scooped up by Nicholas, 2-wall thrown, not opening enough. Zulaika's got it. His forehand from the outside will score. 2 bounces. That's 5 points, possible set point.
Zulaika's positioning has been spot on. Hard throw to the inside. 2-wall. Beautiful throw.
This is an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up.
So that's what I was talking about earlier, Andrew, in terms of I can understand the overserves. You see how high that ball bounced? If that was in, I mean, Nicholas himself, phenomenal catcher, you know, has no play on it. The underserve, yeah, here I do see, you know, a Cortado serve maybe in singles, risky, really risky.
Nicholas handles that second serve, puts it right in the corner. Zulaika comes out with a Robote, beautifully thrown, cutting across the side wall. That's saved by Nicholas. This one with a high bounce to the inside. Nicholas got there, makes the scoop. Hard backhand, pulled in overhead by Zulaika. This one deep, onto the Robote, saved by Nicholas. That one's dropping,
What a
and it's
scoop.
scooped up off the sidewall. Backhand clears. Nicholas saves another rebote. Zulaika shoots a 2-wall, but that's just wide. Keeps the set going here. 4 points for Nicholas. Still a possible set point for Zulaika.
Nicholas hanging in there beautifully.
Backhand floated up. Nicholas from the 10 line to the inside. This one dropping in the corner. Saved by Zulaika. It clears the overhead screen. Nicholas turns it back over the top. Zulaika scooped it up. 2-wall. That will
Beautifully
score
done.
for the set. Zulaika takes it 6-4. 2 minutes. Come back and play set 2.
Beautifully done by Zulaika to finish things off there. Here we are in the ESPN3 Battle Court Highlight Players Cage. Yeah, my rhythm got thrown off there, huh? It's amazing how how an argument in my right
in your
ear.
ears, yeah.
Exactly. Well, it happens to you.
To yourself. Yeah,
How long did it happen till it happened to you?
No, 2 years.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful scoop
do
here
it to
by
you.
Zulaika on the replay.
And this 2-wall, I remember this one. I mean, look at how that opens.
Yeah, just
lands just inside the boundary.
taking a little bit off it to make sure that it landed in. Can't take so much off that it drops between the side wall and the front wall and winds up in the pad. Zulaika's got on the forehand again. Complete player. When he has it on the forehand, going inside, 2 walls, straight back. You're throwing it at your feet. Costado, inside, 2 walls, outside placement, or at your feet.
Here's the last 2-wall, though. After what was a pretty difficult catch, Zulaika goes right into the 2-wall and wins the first set 6-4. Back here with the Chargers side of the cage. Zulaika getting some encouragement from Jedden and his doubles partner there, Ubia.
I thought you were going to say Jedden and his chain.
We may have to note that as another player if it gets any bigger, but might add another link or something after today.
Wow. Is that how it works? I know
You add a win.
University of Miami. I know
it's
that's
like,
is that
I was
how it's-
thinking conceptually, like with each win, you add another, you know, could get bigger and bigger, but boy, if they keep playing like that, it could be
absolutely
obnoxious at a point, you know, the size of the chain. Well, Chargers with a chance to win their first game day of the season here. Zulaika already won the first set. He's just got to win one of these next 2 to earn his team the win. But Nicholas a chance too. If he wins these next 2 sets, he'll end the game day in a 3-3 tie.
Zulaika's got his set tied. We're ready to go.
Nicholas serves and set 2 has begun. What a backhand that was to open up the set. Nicholas, turned it into a drop shot, but not droppy enough. Zulaika takes a look, shoots a carom, and it scores. First point is set 2 to Zulaika.
Good effort by Zulaika. Again, those drop shots better off on the inside towards the sidewall, especially if you can get a little sidewall play off of it. Oh, this was off the rebote and over his shoulder. Real tough to throw, but you want those drop shots to take their second bounce at or before the 4 line.
Forehand rebote by Zulaika. Just launched. It's wall-to-wall rebote by Nicholas. Same thing. Zulaika. Back to the inside. Nicholas comes cross court. Low runner. Shooting out, and Zulaika's there. Nicholas plays this one up the middle. Zulaika sets up on the right side. Turns it inside. That kicked up, but Nicholas made the catch. Forehand rebote. Back inside, Nicholas runs around him, makes the catch in the air, now sends it back. Wall to wall, Rabote to the outside, just out of play. Nicholas with one, we're tied up.
Beautiful throw to the outside by Zulaika, just landing out of play.
Zulaika from the 11, he shoots it inside. Catch overhead by Nicholas. There's the backhand. Rabote turned inside. Nicholas stays with it the whole way. Not past Zulaika though. 2-wall up in the front court. That opens and scores. Zulaika's done it again. 2-1 lead here in our second set. Another one here. You see Nicholas sends this Rabote. He's trying to get this past Zulaika because he knows what's coming if he doesn't. The 2-wall opens, scores. That's an overserve. First fault. Second serve for Zulaika. Tough second serve. Kind of a Magic City bounce. Nicholas still caught it. Quickly into the 2-wall. Oh, that's perfect.
Beautifully executed by Zulaika.
The lead is 2. Zulaika, 3-1 advantage.
Zulaika lands that in beautifully.
He has thrown this so well today. I mean, hard to remember a better time in his career. That one just dropping inside and scoring. Big bouncing serve, handled in the corner. Zulaika from the 8 line, another one, it's in. Oh, Nicholas got this one, forehand, crossing the wall, and that will score. It's 2 for Nicholas.
Nicholas chased that down beautifully. Grabs it before it hits the screen, of course. Very important. Nice 2-wall here by Zulaika. Nicholas is on it, brings it in, rifles it back, passes to score. Well done.
One pass, Nicholas, Rabote forehand. Beautifully played, Zulaika looking for it. It's right on the wall, just flicks it up. Zulaika again, up a little bit further, sends it inside. Catch again by Nicholas, there's the backhand. Doesn't want to overthrow it. Zulaika's got to come back, and he sends the Rabote high. It's caught by Nicholas. Forehand Rabote. Another one. This one right over Zulaika's back. Trading throws in the corner here. Now Zulaika drops it at Nicholas's feet. He runs under it, shoots a 2-wall, and it scores. Great shot there. Tied up 3-3.
Nicholas also seeming to pick up the pace as you see the replay here. Again, Zulaika a little flat-footed there. Taking his time walking back to the service line. And Nicholas is ready to serve. Yeah, he's not. We've seen this before with a couple other players where their opponent seems a little winded. And they just keep the pressure on.
Forehand Rabote to the inside. Zulaika digs it out. It clears the screen, but Nicholas runs under it. Low runner inside, stopped by Zulaika. Big Rabote there, wall to wall. It's cutting on the sidewall, and it scores. Nicholas, 3 points in a row. He's now in front, 4-3.
Nicholas again, right back to the service line.
Backhand into the Chula. Nicholas saves it. Zulaika, though, in the middle of the court. Splitter, high splitter. That's
Well
going
done.
to score. Tricky shot. Makes it 4-4. Is the score. Zulaika serves.
No question that Zulaika would like a couple points here to finish this off, tying his cesta. Back in the cage. Well, he was in the cage. Then he was in front of the cage. Wow.
Backhand to the inside. Here's Nicholas. Robote comes shooting out. It's right on the wall. Zulaika, all the power he can get behind it. Nicholas up at the 5 to the outside. It's in and it scores. Quite the throw there. 5 points for Nicholas. He's got a possible set point.
Tell ya, nerves of steel. He was flirting with this out of bounds. Sidearm. Oh my, yes, that just lands in. Two cestas pointing in, two rackets rather pointing in from the judges.
Forehand, high and hard. Robote for Nicholas. Nice throw again. Pass Zulaika, not a lot on it. He's got to come back for it. It's a big bounce off the floor. Nicholas controls it at the 8. Whips it inside. That's caught by Zulaika. The inside placement. Oh, what a stop by
And
Nicholas
a quick
in the air.
release. Oh, on his
but
forehand.
Right back to Zulaika's forehand. The carom is opening and scoring. So we are tied up here at 5-5. It's a possible match point for Zulaika, and it is set point for Nicholas, hoping to take this to a third set.
Oh, the frustration for Nicholas. He committed. Beautiful. He gets it off here nicely. Goes back around, heads to the outside. He believes he's throwing a carom. Just stop that one hesitation. What the heck movie was that? Hesitation kills. It's a quote. It's a random quote. It's a random quote. Random movie.
I wish I could help you, Stu.
No,
I'm not gonna be
you're not
much
going to be
help.
able to on this one. I believe it starred Sylvester Stallone. Oh, I have to think he was chasing a terrorist or something like that. Like, it didn't even do that well on cable. Okay.
Robote forehand there by Nicholas. Fires it up the middle. Zulaika reaches back behind him, sends it inside. Tough Robote, it's dropping,
Too much.
and it's up in the overhead screen. Point, set, match, and game day. All going to the Chargers, courtesy of Zulaika there, winning it 6-4, 6-5.
Nighthawks.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
We are going to be over in the DraftKings Players Cage with Zulaika here as is come out of this replay here with the #1 player for the Chargers, Zulaika. First opportunity of the season, and you guys deliver once again. What are the expectations for this Chargers team this year?
The expectations are to go game day by game day. Honestly, this is a 3-month-long season. It's tough. There is a very fierce competition out there. Every game day is complicated. I'm happy to start the season with a victory, so hopefully next week we continue and we'll see.
Awesome, Zulaika. Great playing for you today. All the shots seem to work for you, so congratulations on a great start.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's going to do it for our broadcast today. We're going to be in action tomorrow night, our first Friday night of the evening. Join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.